Thy bow and flower to thy rod, with hoofs of steel I race on the rocks through solstice stubborn to equinox. And I rave, and I rape, and I rip, and I rend, everlasting world without end. Mannequin, maiden, maiden, man, in the might of Pan, Yo Pan. Yo pan, 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 yo pan, yo Give me the sign of the open eye, and the token erect of thorny thigh, and the word of madness and mystery. Open, open, open. Yo pam 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 pam. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as the great God can. Open, yo pan, yo pan, yo pan, yo pan pan. In the grip of the snake, the eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw, the great beast comes. Yo pan, I am born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am pan, yo pan, pan, pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock, I am gold, I am God. Flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod, with hoofs of steel I race on the rocks, through solstice stubborn to equinox. And I rave, and I rape, and I rip, and I rend, everlasting world without end. Mannequin maiden, maynard man, in the might of Pan, yo Pan, yo Pan, Pan, yo Pan. Give me the sign of the open eye, and the token erect of thorny thigh, and the word of madness and mystery. Open, 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 pun, 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 pun. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Open, 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 pun, 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 pun. I am awake in the grip of the snake, the eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw, the great beast whom upon I am born, to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Calliope, I am thy maid, I am thy man, gold of thy flock, I am gold, I am gold, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod, with hoofs of steel I race on the rocks. Through solstice stubborn to equinox, and I reap and I reap and I reap and I rend everlasting world without end. Manikin, maiden, maynard man, in the might of Pan. Give me the sign of the open eye, and the token erect of thorny thigh, and the word of madness and mystery. Open, 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 pum, 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 pum. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Open, open, pum, 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 pum. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw, the great beast on me upon. I am born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Calliope, pum, 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 pum. I am thy mate, I am thy man, goat of thy flock, I am gold, I am God, flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod, with hoofs of steel I race on the rocks, through solstice stubborn to equinox, and I rave and I rape and I rip and I rend everlasting world without end. Mannequin, maiden, 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 the might of Pan. Eopam, 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 pam, 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 Eopam. Give me the sign of the open eye, the token erect of thorny thigh, and the word of madness and mystery. Oh, pan, 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 pan. I am a man. To us thou wilt as a great God can. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. The great beast come me upon. I am born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan. Solstice stubborn to equinox, and I rave and I rape and I rip and I run, everlasting world without end. Money, king, maiden, maiden, men, and the might of on. Pan, 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 give me the sign of the open eye, and the token erect of thorny thigh, and the word of madness and mystery. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh, I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. The great beast come me upon. I am born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am flower to thy rod, with hoofs of steel I race on the rocks through souls
solstice stubborn to equinox, and I rape and I rape and I rip and I rend everlasting world without end. Like king, maiden, maiden, man in the might of Give me the sign of the open eye, and the token erect of tawny thigh, and the word of madness and mystery, O pen, O pen, O pen, O pen, pan, 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 pan. I am a man.
Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Oh,
including you.
Are you pushing
We can find
towards
let's suppose.
Yeah, you don't need to make that point. You don't need to make that point. I agree with the 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 point. You're just talking. You're just talking. I agree with the point. I agree with the point. I agree with the point.
I am just talking. I'm going to finish just talking, okay? Let's say CEO, let's say something happens so egregious the CEO is offended and he leaves tomorrow. We can find another CEO. He's not special. Right. So ultimately, like the point that I'm making isn't about people like CEO, but the question is like the turnover rate at journalism. Is there anything that like can be done about this? I'm giving sort of like the middleman sort of like discussion here that you people are so scared to fucking engage with and want to hyper focus on quote unquote Jessica as if she's the systemic issue. Although this discussion actually started with no problem. Although this actual issue started with Daryl, if you remember, right? I was making a broader point about how it's interesting. The whole issue started with Daryl, though, just now. I'm talking about today, right? So I was making a point. I asked Dawn, hey, Dawn, are you there? Did you see what just happened with Daryl, right? And then I proceeded to give like a recounting of events, right?
About who? About who?
Daryl.
No, about Jessica.
Oh, my God. Okay. True or false? Dawn, when I asked you just now, right, did you see what just happened? Was I not talking about Daryl?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. And then did I not proceed? Did I not proceed?
Then afterwards,
Hey, Nathan, all this to avoid answering my question. Did you notice this?
Yeah,
Like how much it is currently.
No, sorry. I didn't. Just to be clear, I wasn't avoiding asking CEO's question. I said I reject the presupposition in his question, and he doesn't want to address the presupposition there.
Don, didn't he then proceed to talk about how similar the two actions were between Jessica and Daryl?
Yes, that did happen.
Yes.
Yes. You know why? Because which action happened first? The action between Jessica. So Jessica was based on this whole thing. Because it's always about that woman. It's always about her.
We could make it about a different woman, though.
Anything in the back for that woman. I know this was the doesn't even.
Fucking get it.
let's make it about me. Oh, don't go there.
Let's make it about Alaska. Let's actually do that.
Yes, I'll see you.
I've suffered a lot of this.
Yes,
we can also make it about Dawn.
Yeah, let's do.
Just how CEO was just about to line you up, bro. Because he knows that it is about the people, right?
Of course you think that. You and CEO are intellectually the same.
Whoa.
That's like how CEO was about to line you up when he was That's how CEO was about to line you up, bro. And just pointed out that it's all to be about Jessica, and you stopped him, and you started doing the Samoa shuffle. The same thing.
Yeah, why Samoa catch it straight? What the fuck? Listen. I understand.
Huey, this is a classic thing.
I understand.
You talk a lot. Let me just say a word. Huey, this is something you do a lot.
You said a word. Now you're done. So real quick, I understand that there's unity between the bald gang. The bald gang.
It's so offensive.
No, it's not for you. It's for Nathan. Nathan is in denial about his baldness. You're perfectly fine with your baldness. That's why you've done nothing to correct it. Okay, so real quick.
You literally got me wrong, dumbass.
I understand.
I'm the one who actually got the influence, dummy.
I'm sorry. I got you. You've done something about your baldness? I'm sorry. Sometimes I throw a shoe out. Sometimes I throw something out. I don't expect. I didn't. You know something? I throw something out and then a dog hollers in the distance. I didn't. That's not my bad, CEO.
I told the daughters a long time ago, a minute. You want to fight, you better believe you've got one. There are people all over this country engaging in the information war. We're going to smash your system. We're going to return the republic. We'll never be perfect, but my God, we're not going to keep babies alive and harvest their organs. We're not going to sell their parts for women's cosmetics. We're not going to have Pepsi with baby flavoring in it. I mean, what the hell have we become? Excuse me, but I'm tired of it. I told the daughters a long time ago, a minute. You want to fight, you better believe you've got one.
Points, right? P paragraphs. Points, evidence, explanation. Turns out that a lot of people aren't really familiar with, which is fine. The Jessica thing was the evidence, but not the. To say that the point is about the Jessica thing means that you completely missed what we're talking about here, because I started by focusing in on what just happened with Daryl. But if the Jessica thing makes you uncomfortable, let's put Jessica aside for a second. Let's talk about Dawn. Same exact phenomenon that I was like criticizing here happened with fucking Dawn. Ultimately, when all is said and done, people forget that, right? Like, Dawn at some point asked for people to stop calling her racist. Nobody did. And she just had to fucking toughen up, right? She just had to fucking toughen up. It is what it is. You're not allowed to have these secret counsel in particular space.
No one believes.
I know. That's what's horrific. That's what's horrific about this. The people didn't start out by believing Dawn was a racist, right?
Yes, they did. No, they did.
What? Before Dawn was ever alive, people thought she was a racist?
Yes.
There you can see. Before Dawn ever got married, she was just a sweet matriarchal.
Since the Nick
Fuentes. Okay. Was Inca calling her racist before Nick Fuentes? The Nick Fuentes incident?
He discovered it afterwards. That's true.
No. Oh my God. Okay.
Narratives.
Oh my God. Okay.
Look, if a person,
let me ask this question. He's not. This is not a serious discussion.
Let me ask you
this was 7 weeks ago when Dawn asked Inca, can you stop? Inca was calling Dawn a racist. Incan was calling Dawn a racist, right, on the back of like some inside joke they had about like Native American or something that like she said about.
He turns into two people, so you got to keep on chopping it off until he can't keep up.
I'm a Hydra, nigga. You ain't never gonna keep up.
You know what? Huey, I am going to.
What the fuck is going on?
Huey, I am going to.
What do you, nigga?
Hey, Huey, honestly, Huey, I'm going to congratulate you. If I ever have a client named racist and they really did something wrong, I'm going to get you to be the spokesperson because you're such a derail. I mean, your derailing skills are incredible. No, I'm just making up the game, bro. It's good. He has great derail skills.
The problem is, there's like a level of wit required. Listen. There's a level of wit. Listen. There's a level of wit required, right, to be passive aggressive and entertaining. I don't know you can do the second part of your passive aggressive stuff, CEO. Like, I don't think you're built for this, right? I think
I was being
literal. Relatively. I understand. I think you're a relatively successful individual, but I don't think that success is as a function of your intelligence. I think it's as a function of like your ability to be next to other successful people. I think that's your whole shtick. I think that's your entire actual brand. So I think you're very good at this, but like, I'm gonna need you to hang that. I'm gonna need you to.
Did you build a business? Did you build a business?
Yes. Yes.
That's it. And how much does it do a year in revenue?
Go ask it. I don't know.
Okay.
So real quick. So real quick. So real quick.
What are the awards you have? What are the awards you have? You want to compare a resume? Would you like to compare a resume? Let's do a resume comparison. How's that?
But the crazy thing is the flex you're about to try and do is let's compare resume when my entire criticism of you is that like you're an incredibly successful individual, but not as a function of your intelligence. How are you going to prove your intelligence to me by showing me your success? Do you see how that works? Like you literally just proved it to me, right, in real time, that you're not actually as smart. No problem. My criticism is that you're successful, and you're probably successful not because you're smart though. So you have to show me that you are smart, not that you're successful.
Yeah, I built a new industry. I built 2 new industries.
He's not tracking, is he? He's not tracking.
2 new industries.
Timothy, do you understand what I'm saying, Timothy?
Is it smart to build 2 new industries, Huey? Is that smart? Yes or no?
Timothy, do you understand what I'm saying?
Is it smart to build a new industry?
I've already acknowledged that this is a successful individual, and I said I suspect that it's out of.
Point of moderation. We can settle this one way. So look, CEO, your whole thing is advertising and marketing. You know who else this whole thing is advertising and marketing? Who? That's up for debate. We can have a debate on, bro. Based on marketing.
Okay, let's not derail, because Nate, let's finish you and I. Let's finish our smoke.
Already out, brother. The sword's already out.
No. You know what? I'm terrible. Listen, real quick. Nate. Let us finish our discussion because he's one of the dingleberries, the stragglers, sort of just hanging on. Okay, we'll deal with him shortly. I promise. We'll discuss with them. But
trust me, I know it's
no problem. No problem. Let's talk about fucking the chillism issue. Unless you don't want to talk about it. Listen. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. I'll let it go.
You know what? It isn't an issue. It's just about Jessica. So I really want to talk about the Jessica situation.
Just the Jessica situation, so you don't want to talk about the rest of the chillism situation that also affects Don and other people.
That's you trying to deflect, bro.
I'm not trying to deflect. I'm trying to confirm that you only want to talk about the Jessica thing.
I feel like you should tile this segment on racism and race mixing.
That's a good one.
Can we not? I don't really agree with race mixing, so I'd prefer if we didn't have to talk about that.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Let's go, man.
Yo, Timothy, you ever watch the movie Gladiator?
Yeah, somebody clicked that.
Don't click it.
That's a fact.
Timothy, have you ever seen the movie Gladiator?
Yes, sir.
You remember, like, right at the end, before they had that last fight, he went to him and he was like, hey, blah, 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 blah.
Wait, which Gladiator? Like the street fighting in the hood Gladiator?
He's talking about Maximus Decimus Aurelius. Or no.
Yeah, Aurelius. Okay, that's fine.
Aurelius.
You remember when he got stabbed in the back? And he was like, before he got stabbed in the back, Joaquin's Phoenix was like, smile for me, brother. And he was the one smiling instead. You remember that?
Yeah.
Look at who we picture, bro. That's the sense.
Yo, what did you do? Did you feed a picture of Huey and say, make this guy look shorter?
And he took my hair away. I don't know why he made me bald. Like,
hey, you should apologize.
Skin to skin contact.
You should apologize to CEO for calling him bald, bro. That's fucked up.
I didn't. I thought so. I you know what? Okay, I will apologize. My apologies, CEO, for calling you bald.
Chip, I have a question for you, and there's a moment on this.
Come on, CEO. Except that was a sincere apology, bro.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. It's just Huey wants to play like a game in terms of how he debates, and I'm just not interested in playing. I could derail and gaslight and all this and that, just not of interest. So that's what my agitation is. Not that I couldn't do it. I mean, damn, I studied political science and I got my master's in public administration, and I used to work in politics. So I could do that all day long. It's just uninteresting. But Huey thinks he's winning because he's playing a game I don't feel like doing. So that's my agitation.
Oh, I'm sorry you're agitated. I apologize.
Wait, so what is you and Nate?
Chef, are you by your phone?
That's simple. Isn't
No,
that simple
Nate.
just to say, hey, I'm agitated, leave me alone, like stop? Is it that
With
simple
me?
in here?
No, not in here, Don. With me, yes. With me, yes. Especially given that wasn't my focus to begin with. But let's be clear, Don. The shit you're about to receive from me in the coming weeks isn't going to be that simple too.
Why? Why, Huey?
We could cover it, but like I'm not gonna lie. We'll cover. We'll revisit that other. No, it's not because of Jessica. No, Nick, you know what it's about. Like, it's about that Black Brotherhood comment that you posted in the chat. I didn't appreciate that, and but it is what it is, right? And I also don't appreciate being gaslit about what that's about. So it is what it is.
Yo, wait. What are you and Nate gonna debate right now, though? Like, just so.
No, we weren't.
All right, can I ask a question to Chef?
I was originally talking to somebody else before Nate. So no.
All right, but let's do who's better. Who shows more affection? Huey to Jessica or Nate to Momo? Go.
All right, Chef, are you by your phone?
I would treat Momo better, but I learned the hard way that like Momo's somebody you want to treat well.
She's for the street.
Hey,
She's for the street.
you wrote this in chat earlier. You wrote an instructional inherent band.
And Monica, by the way, that's 17.
And I can't find what that means. Can you tell me?
Yeah, look up structural inherency. Is what you need to look at. It's
Okay,
basically when the system is perfect, but the leadership is corrupt, and that causes corruption.
I can't hear. Someone's singing. Who's singing? And why are y'all adding to the singing when I'm trying to get educated? You come in between me and my learning, Hubert? Is that wise, Hubert?
Don't worry about what?
You know what? It might be wise, Monica, if you really think about it, because I feel like you're getting educated on everything else but to be better to Black people. So, fuck it.
Yeah. Comic music. That's someone to go.
Yeah, funny, bro.
Do y'all want to hear what Monica says when she's not being performative?
Yeah.
So, Dan and I were in a room with her late one night. It was a few years ago. And I said, and there was only like 5 people in the room. I said, what's one thing you learned about race on Clubhouse? And she said, you shouldn't say that you don't see color because everyone's color is valuable.
That's awesome. What? I think that's nice.
It is.
That's the nicest thing. Yeah.
No, I think it's.
I thought that's going somewhere else.
It's not right. But the thing is, the reason that's a kind of. The reason that's kind of a.
1, 2, 3, up.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah, you're off
my
mute.
fault.
No, I was gonna say that's a bit of a nothing burger, though, isn't it? Because it's like, well, if you're like a racist and you think there's a racial hierarchy, then saying like every race has value and just being like, but blacks have the least.
We need to talk about you made that horrible.
No, I'm just saying that she doesn't really help. Like she doesn't rule herself out of the the racism group by saying that. That's how you know. That's how you know you have a fucked up presence on the internet. But that's the nicest thing a motherfucker can play. He tried his best to exonerate her, and that's all he could come out. He turned his pockets out, and that's all he had, like 5 cents.
Yep. Oh, he was just giggling right there. Apple, that's the same thing he said we're trying to do to Jessica. That right there. That's what he's.
In the grip of the snake, the eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw, the great beasts come your pan. I am born to death on the horn of I am thy mate, I am thy man. Goat of thy flock, I am gold, I am God. Flesh to thy bone, flour to thy rod. With hoofs of steel I race on the rocks, through solstice stubborn to equinox. And I rave, and I rip, and I rip, and I rant. Everlasting world without end. Mannequin, maiden, Maynard, man. In the might of Pan. Eopan, Eopan, Pan, Pan, Eopan, Eopan.
Give me the sign of the open eye and the token erect of thorny thigh and the word of madness and misery. O Pani, O Pani, O Pani, O Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. O Pani, O Pani, O Pani, O Pan, Pan, Pan. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. The great beast come me. O Pan, I am born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pani, O Pani, O Pan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man. God of thy flock, I am gold, I am God. Flesh to thy bone, flour to thy rod. With hoofs of steel I race on the rocks, through solstice stubborn to equinox. And I rave and I rape and I rip and I rend. Everlasting world without end. Money king, maiden, maiden, man in the might of Pani, O Pani, O Pom, Pom, Pani, O Pani.
Give me the sign of the open eye and the token erect of thorny thigh and the word of madness and mystery. O Pan, O Pan, we O Pan, O Pan, 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 Pan. I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. O Pan, O Pan, O Pan, O Pan, O Pan, Pan. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. The great beasts come. The Pan, I am born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan, the Pan, the Pan, Pan, Pan. man. Go to thy flock, I am gold, I am God. Flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. With hoops of steel I race on the rocks, through solstice stubborn to equinox. And I rave, and I rape, and I rip, and I rend. Everlasting world without end, mannequin, maiden, maided man. In the might of Pan, Eopan, 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 Pan, Pan, Eopan. Give me the sign of the open eye, and the token erect of thorny thigh, and the word of madness and mystery. Open, Eopan, 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 pan, 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 I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a great God can. Open, Eopan, 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 pan. I am awake in the grip of the snake. The eagle slashes with beak and claw. The gods withdraw. The great beast comes. Eopan, I am born to death on the horn of the unicorn. I am Pan. Eopan, Eopan, Pan, Pan. I am thy mate, I am thy man. Gold of thy flock, I am gold, I am God. Flesh to thy bone, flower to thy rod. With hooves of steel I race on the rocks, through solstice stubborn to equinox. And I rave, and I rape, and I rip, and I rend. Everlasting world without end. Mannequin, maiden, 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 in the mind of Pan. Eopan, Eopan, Pan, Pan, Eopan. Eopan.
Hi, 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 There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid thus thou mayst abort the frigid babes that tease the thought. Next let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm. Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fourth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity. Watch every thought that springs, enhance hour after hour thy vigilance. Intense and keen turn inward, miss no atom of analysis. Sixth on one thought securely pinned, still every whisper of the wind. So like a flame straight and unstirred, burn up thy being in one word. Next, still that ecstasy prolong, thy meditation steep and strong. Slaying even God should he distract thy attention from the chosen act. Last, all these things in one are powered, timed at the midnight blossom flowered. The oneness is yet even in this, my son, thou shalt not do amiss. If thou restrain the expression, shoot thy glance to rapture's darkling root. Discarding name, form, sight, and stress, even of this high consciousness. Pierce to the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master, I reveal. Thy radiance that rolls afar, O brother of the silver star. Krali, ha ha.
There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid, thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow. So that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm. Fourth, let the will to live be bound bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity. Watch every thought that springs enhance, hour after hour thy vigilance, intense and keen, turned inward mist. No atom of analysis. Sixth, on one thought securely pinned, still every whisper of the wind. So like a flame straight and unstirred, burn up thy being in one word. Next, still that ecstasy prolong thy meditation steep and strong, slaying even God should he distract thy attention from the chosen act. Last, all these things in one o'erpowered time that the midnight blossom flowered. The oneness is yet even in this, my son, thou shalt not do amiss. If thou restrain the expression, shoot thy glance to rapture's darkling root, discarding name, form, sight, and stress, even of this high consciousness. Here's to the heart I leave thee here. Thou art the master I revere, thy radiance that rolls afar. Oh, brother of the silver star.
There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow. So that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm. Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense of son, thou shalt not do amiss. If thou restrain the expression shoot, thy glance to rapture's darkling roots, discarding name, form, sight, and stress, even of this high consciousness. Pierce to the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master I revere, thy radiance that rules afar. O brother of the silver star.
There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid, thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow, so that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm.
Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity.
Watch every thought that springs, enhance hour after hour thy vigilance, intense and keen, turned inward mist. No atom of analysis. Sixth on one thought securely pinned, still every whisper of the wind.
So like a flame, straight and unstirred, burn up thy being in one word.
Next, still that ecstasy prolong, thy meditation steep and strong.
Slaying even God, should he distract thy attention from the chosen act.
Last, all these things in one o'erpowered, time that the midnight blossom flowered.
The oneness is yet even in this, my son, thou shalt not do amiss.
If thou restrain the expression, shew thy glance to rapture's darkling root.
Discarding name, form, sight, and stress, even of this high consciousness.
Pierce to the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master I revere, thy radiance that rolls afar. O brother of the silver star. Crowley.
7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Corpse rigid, thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow.
So that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm.
Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound.
Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity.
Watch every thought that springs, enhance
Hour after hour thy vigilance.
intense and keen, turned inwardness, no atom of analysis. Sixth, on one thought securely pinned, still every whisper of the wind.
So like a flame straight and unstirred, burn up thy being in one word. Next, still that ecstasy prolong, thy meditation steep and strong. Slain even God, should he distract thy attention from the chosen act.
Last, all these things in one are powered, time that the midnight blossom flowered.
The oneness is yet even in this. My son, thou shalt not do amiss.
If thou restrain the expression, shoot thy glance to rapture's darkling root.
Discarding name, form, sight, and stress, even of this high consciousness.
Pierce to the heart, I leave thee here. Thou art the master I revere. Thy radiance that rolls afar, O brother of the silver star. Truly
There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in 1 and 1 in 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will. Cords rigid, thus thou mayst abort the fidget babes that tease the thought. Next, let the breath rhythm be low, easy, regular, and slow. So that thy being be in tune with the great sea's Pacific swoon. Third, let thy life be pure and calm, swayed softly as a windless palm. Fourth, let the will to live be bound to the one love of the profound. Fifth, let the thought divinely free from sense observe its entity. Watch every thought that springs, enhance hour after hour thy vigilance. Intense and keen of inwardness, no atom of analysis. Six, on one thought securely pinned, still every whisper of the wind. So like a flame straight and unstirred, burn up thy being in one word. Next, still that ecstasy mercy prolong, thy meditation steep and strong, slaying even God should he distract thy attention from the chosen act. Lost all these things in one o'erpowered, time that the midnight blossom flowered, the oneness is yet even in this, my son, thou shalt not do amiss. If thou restrain the expression, shoot thy glance to rapture's darkling room. Discarding name, form, sight, and stress, even of this high consciousness, pierce to the heart I leave thee here, thou art the master I revere. Thy radiance that rolls afar, oh, brother of the silver star. There are 7 keys to the great gate, being 8 in one and 1 in 8. First, let the body of thee be still, bound by the cerements of will.
I don't know what I have to say. Just go ahead.
He said low volume, not the storage. Go ahead, Bonnie. Bonnet.
It's fine. I forgot.
Okay. First of all, actually, can someone drop the original file in the chat, just out of curiosity too?
It's not going to be about any audio. You could throw the audio out. It's going to be about that body. And that body is going to tell a whole fucking different story. The toxicology reports and those lungs.
Brett Favre, Monica.
No. Florida man, what I mean, what were you on Clubhouse?
No, that was my name on Clubhouse.
You were Brett?
Correct.
Yeah, like Barrett, like a Barrett.
No, like Brett Favre, but with more talent.
No, like a girl's hairpiece. Barrett.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Well, you don't believe that?
Hey, all I'm saying is that.
Wait. You don't believe?
He sounds racist.
Wait. Hold on. You don't believe it?
I don't know what I believe, brother. So that's just what it is.
I know.
You're not my brother either. I apologize. But no, the reality of it is this. The reality of it is this: that you don't need any recordings. The body is going to tell the story. Right. And that's what's going to motherfucking sink their quote unquote ship.